recent carnage perpetrated by Boko Haram in Baga has once again brought the group to international limelight after it adopted more than 250 schoolgirls in Chibok, Borno State last year. Boko Haram has claimed it is fighting for the cause of Muhammad. Boko Haram has claimed it is fighting for the cause of Islam. And in this, we tend to look at the history of Boko Haram and its activities. And we also tend to talk to the Muslim Student Society of Nigerian leadership in last week to give us his own opinion about the activities of Boko Haram.
Clearly, Boko Haram is not an Islamic sect, and it goes beyond anything religious, their activities.
For the people who are gone, yeah.
People committed to the Prophet teaching for propagation and jihad, popularly known as Boko Haram, is a northern Nigerian terrorist group founded by Yusuf Mohammed in 2002 in the capital of Borno State, Maiduguri. Boko Haram was founded as a Sunni Islamic fundamentalist sect advocating a strict form of Sharia law, developed into a Salafi jihadi group in 2009, influenced by the Wahhabi movement. It seeks the establishment of an Islamic state in Nigeria and opposes the westernizing of Nigerian society that has concentrated the wealth of the country among small political allies, mainly in the Christian south of the country. After its founding in 2002, Boko Haram increasing radicalization led to a violent uprising in July 2009 in which their leader Yusuf Mohammed was arrested and died in custody while trying to escape. Its unexpected resurgence following a mass prison break in September 2010 was accompanied by an increasing sophisticated attack, initially against soft targets and progressing in 2011 to include suicide bombing on police building and the United Nations headquarters in Abuja. The government establishment of a state of emergency at the beginning of 2012 extended in the following year to cover the entire northeast of the country. The group continued its rampaging hostile, killing people they deemed to be enemy of their cause, led by a man more fearless, deadly, dangerous, known as Abubakar Shaka, formerly Yusuf second in command. Since the assumption of the leadership of the group by Shaka, it has relatively been a dangerous and deadly group, as they have carried out numerous deadly assaults on governments, agencies, schools, and churches and mosques. Since 2009, Boko Haram have adopted more than 500 women and children, including the kidnapping of 272 school girls from Chibok in April 2014, which brought them to international limelight. 650,000 people fled the conflict zone by August 2014, an increase of 200,000 since May. The group in August created an Islamic caliphate in town they seized in 3 northern states, copying the action of Islamic State of Iraq and Levant of the Middle East Asia. The group has killed more than 6,000 people since it began in major onslaught in the 3 northeastern states of Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe, and have also crossed into northern Cameroon, attacking people and military checkpoints.
Clearly, Boko Haram is not an Islamic sect, and it goes beyond anything religious, their activities. Because you want to consider the basis for every action. In Islam, the only reason where you are allowed to fight is when you are oppressed, or when you want to fight for, or when you are fighting for the freedom of women, slaves, and children. Like the Quran says, fight for the sake of the weak, the women, and the children amongst you. When you look at the cause of Boko Haram, it is clearly not an Islamic agenda, rather it is politically motivated. In addition to this, even if someone claims to be fighting in the cause of that, there are certain restrictions. For instance, during the life of the Prophet, those who went to battle were instructed, one, not to kill women, don't kill children, don't burn down houses, don't cut down trees, and several other restrictions, don't block the rivers. So this shows that there are limits to everything that a Muslim does, especially when it comes to the issue of defending one's territory. And from the statistics, it shows that Boko Haram is just a bloodthirsty group, killing and maiming all around, bombings. It has no affiliation with Islam, and several leaders of the world, Muslim leaders, have at different times criticized the activities of Boko Haram. They are totally un-Islamic, and their action is very well against the tenets of Islam.
You don't even know him.
The massacre is a tragedy and sad when they hear that a massive number of people are murdered, because it is so inhumane. You want to look at countries where such things have taken place, such as Burma and Syria and several other places where there have been a wide range of massacres. It leaves a trail of bloodshed, a trail of disgust, a trail of sorrow and pain. And what the incident that happened in Baga is something that is unwarranted. And I think it has to be put a stop to the activities of Boko Haram. Whether it is, and not until it is seen as a bloodthirsty group that needs to be faced headlong, that does not need to be associated with Islam, then we start to get into it. When we think out of the box, that this very group, in fact, I will relate you to a particular post that was related by the popular TV guy, James Morgan. He tweeted some weeks back that Boko Haram, after the Baga incidents, that Boko Haram is not Islamic. They are just a bunch of bloodthirsty people. So it is very obvious Islam has no relationship with the actions.
We are very from the Army of Lagos separated. I am Shehu Olayinka reporting live for Lasco TV.
What we teach our children is that the internet